Hi, this is Joey from Blokes From Blighty. Before we get into the episode, we're going to hear from our friend Luke at the Nerdstalgic podcast.
Hi, Luke.
Take it away, Luke.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Nerdstalgic podcast trailer. Now, if you listen to this, there's a high chance that you've never listened to me before, so allow me to introduce myself. I am Luke, your host, and join me on a trip of all things nerdy and nostalgic, where I'll be diving deep into the movies, video games, TVs, books, and comics, and all the things that you love. If it's nerdy, and there's some hint of nostalgia to it, no matter how small, I will be there to talk about it, so join me as I take a trip down the Nerdstalgic highway, and I really hope that you enjoy the show and that you tune in every week. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
Flop my usual out on the table. There it is.
Weighty. You think about it every which way, it's Random Acts of Poetry Day. What the fuck was that?
I think you should react.
Not well. Work. Is that disrespectful? Yeah, the Johnny Nobbles. It's refreshing to feel something, is that what you're telling me?
It's been a long time since I've done that.
I read a story about a master chess player who cheated using a vibrating sex toy. No, it doesn't. You are bullshitting. You have to choose between the juxtaposition of cycling a bike and getting an enormous rubber fist up your ass to this beautiful interpretive dance, which, to me, there isn't much contest, but to some, apparently, that's offensive.
I know what's going in the intro of this episode. Right about it back in England. It's practically a lifestyle in Berlin. There's probably some pockets in Ohio. Almost always something happening in Ohio. This is Tim from Two Blokes From Blighty. Joey, how are we doing?
What the fuck was that?
It's we do it different on the West Coast by the Mountain Goats.
Who are the Mountain Goats?
Really cool little indie band. Big fan of them.
Oh, cool.
Joey, how are you doing?
I was fine until I heard that. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of things to go into, of course, this week. Our usual stuff. Should we get the usuals out of the way?
Yeah, let's get our usuals out on the table. Tim, got a pub quiz question for us?
Yep, let me just flop my usual out on the table. There it is.
Weighty.
Right, your trivia quiz question for this week. In Dungeons and Dragons, what is the name of the popular magical item that allows players to store and retrieve an extra-dimensional space, effectively making a portable storage space?
Is it a shulker box?
It's not a shulker box. That's from Minecraft, but I'm pretty sure it was inspired by that.
Is it a shulker box?
It's not a shulker box.
Is it a shulker box?
It's not a shulker box.
Can you ask Payne for me, please?
By the way, for the audience, my girlfriend sat behind me. Joey wants to know, in Dungeons and Dragons, the name of the most popular, the popular magical item that allows players to store and retrieve it in extra-dimensional space, effectively creating a portable storage space. Is it a shulker box?
What I'm saying is that, they had themselves proper jobs, but again, then they wouldn't do it. A lot of them from broken homes.
That was just a noise.
Okay, cool. There we go.
I'm just going to dub in some Geordie gibberish.
Sometimes it's difficult to understand the Geordie people.
All right, no problem. All right.
Don't tell her I said that.
No, of course.
She doesn't listen, does she?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm sorry in advance. Well, I'm not in advance. I'm sorry for what I just did, Payne.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. So, Tim, would you like to hear some calendar days?
Let's go for the calendar days, see what we got.
So we got some good ones, right? I'm going to start with the rubbish ones. National Kale Day.
No, straight in the bin.
National Golf Lovers Day.
Absolutely not. Waste of a field.
Yeah. National Canadian Beer Day.
Now that I can get behind.
And National Vodka Day.
Oh, the party.
Yeah.
Anything else?
We got Cinnamon Roll Day.
I do love a cinnamon roll.
Taco Day.
Love tacos.
We've also got you think about it every which way, it's Random Acts of Poetry Day.
That's a really nice way of putting it.
And that's it.
All right. I'm going to go with Poetry Day, and I would like the audience to write a poem about how their day is going.
Oh, put it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Tim, have you got anything you want to start with, or would you like me to reveal the thing that I told you I was keeping secret from you?
So I have one topic written down for this week because, for full disclosure, it's been, 4 days since we last recorded? 2. Is it really 2?
Well, Sunday, Monday, 3.
3. All right, fine. So
Two blokes at Blighty does math.
Yeah. So I've written down one thing which we'll get to at some point. But you mentioned something to me in DMs last night about a secret thing you're working on.
I've worked on. So I got the opinion of our friend Dan from Casting Views as to whether it was okay to use or not. And he said, I would make these changes. I'll tell you what it is after I've done it. I've made a jingle for one of our regular segments. Would you like to hear it?
Go for it.
It's pretty special. So this is our regular section. Keep my wife's mouth out of your mouth. Tim, where is Will Smith and who is he beating up?
Will Smith this week.
Okay, before we get into that, what did you think?
That was incredible. I had no idea where that was going at the start until I heard him shout.
So I'm going to make some more jingles for more regular sections. How does that sound?
You love a jingle on a podcast.
I do. I love a jingle. Making jingles is my favourite part of a podcast. If I could have a podcast of jingles, I would do it.
That would be amazing. I might ask you to make something for the secret thing that I'm working on.
Ooh, mysterious.
Joey knows what it is, and if it pans out, like I hope it will, it would be very, very exciting, not just for me, but I would think for Game Club Pod as a whole.
I agree. Yeah, it'd be very cool.
Let's go.
First, you'll have to redact all the pictures of your paint. What?
Yeah. Sorry, everyone who I sent those to. I was alone.
Sorry, Mum.
She's an avid listener.
For full reference, she's not an avid listener. She never brought up the fact that in season 2, I said, fuck you, Mom.
How do you think she'd react?
Not well. We know she's not an avid listener. She told us she's not because you swear in it and she doesn't like to hear you swear.
Yeah. She's used to you swearing, I think.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Where are we going? Oh yeah, Will Smith. Will Smith is beating up. Who is Will Smith beating up this week?
This is really good for padding the time, Tim, because we
I
don't
know.
have too much this week.
I know, we're really light on topics this week. I am going to go with Will Smith is beating up... fuck it, I'm going political. He's beating up Rishi Sunak.
Where?
Downing Street on TV.
Cool.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of him. He's not a fan of the repeals that he's made to his climate change promise.
Because they are shitty things to go back on.
Exactly, you piece of shit.
Tory bastard. I think Will Smith isn't beating up someone. I think Will Smith is playing D&D with pain, and in the game they're beating up goblins.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
What class would he play?
Bard.
He would also be a bard.
Yeah, is Pain a bard?
No, Payne's currently a sorcerer in our playthrough.
Okay. I don't know enough about Dungeons and Dragons, but Baldur's Gate is helping me a little bit with this.
Baldur's Gate is very, very fun. I would love to have a proper sit-down session of Dungeons and Dragons at some point.
Yeah, I think I'd like to try it. But that was our section.
All right. You're going to talk to me about padding your runtime.
So the changes that Dan suggested were before it just said keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, out your fucking mouth, fucking mouth. And then Dan said, I don't know if you should use the word fuck 3 times within 8 seconds. So I changed it to that. I did, but that wasn't part of a jingle. So, but yeah, if you're happy for me to, I'll just do jingles for every regular bit of the pod.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So we need one for National Days. We need one for the quiz question.
Yeah.
Do we need one for song? No, we don't need song lyrics. That's the intro.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll get one for crazy stories.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do we have a crazy story this week?
I have a crazy story just for you.
What?
Would you like to go into that now?
Yeah, that's fine. Natural segue. Go for it.
So I was looking for a crazy story. And the problem with this one is I can't actually read the article. I'm only allowed the headline.
Okay.
The article is locked for our country.
Oh.
So I can't read it. But the headline is, woman admits to mistakenly stabbing baby niece instead of dog that ate her sandwich.
Yes, I read out this headline to you at the end of last episode.
Oh, well, then ignore me. I haven't found anything.
No, let's go back to that one. Or we can find... Hang on.
Would you like me to read the little bit that someone has helpfully put there?
Yes, while I find this other article.
So, Key claimed that her pit bull ate her chicken sandwich. According to court records, she got so angry and chased the dog around the room with a knife. When the dog jumped on the bed where the child was laying down, Key said she tried to stab the dog but missed, stabbing her niece by mistake, therefore cementing her as totally insane.
Where is... Here we go. Okay. The article I got here, and I saw this morning, I think. Artist ordered to pay museum back $77,000 after submitting 2 blank canvases under the title "Take the Money and Run."
That's incredible.
Oh no, it's also locked behind a fucking thing. Jesus.
It's region locked. I can share something with you that I saw this week that really blew my mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Although you'll have to get your phone and live react to it, I'm afraid.
Here is my phone.
Just can you sing or something to pad this time?
In the body of Christ. Amen. I don't know why my mind went there. I don't know. It's like there's another podcast that I used to listen to, and they always rip on this guy for just having this really warped sense of humor, and he was defending himself, saying that he's got a normal sense of humor. And they said to him, say something normal, and the first thing that popped into his head was the weather outside is frightful.
So I've sent you something on TikTok.
On TikTok?
On the Tickle Tockles. You can read the caption that's with it as well. That kind of encapsulates it quite well. It might be useful if you put some sound on as well.
Girl snowboarder was being chased by a bear, but didn't realise because she was singing Work by Rihanna.
That's the one. Tell me what you can see while this is going on.
So she's doing up her boots. Doing boots. Camera's kind of on the ground. Is that the bear? No.
Don't worry, you'll see the bear.
Is it very obvious that there's a bear?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I just heard the bear.
Yeah, you can hear the bear throughout.
Okay, so we've got movement. Oh, Jesus, there's the bear. Now, for the audience, I already don't like bears. I think they're the most terrifying animal on the planet.
But she just goes for ages singing work, and this bear's just chasing her down a hill.
Not a Rihanna fan. That's what that is.
Yeah, she's much more Queen Bee.
Queen Bear.
Queen Bear.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, yeah, well done.
Well, that was very cool. So that was a terrifying situation. Can you imagine sitting back and reviewing the footage and being like, oh shit, a bear?
That was some crazy story.
I found out a strange animal fact a little while ago, and it's become one of my favourite bits of trivia to bring up if someone says, what's your fun fact?
Okay.
Do you know what the moose's natural predator is?
Isn't it an alligator?
No.
Shark? It's something mad like that.
It is a orca whale.
Orca whale, yes, you have told me. I knew it was some kind of water-based animal.
Yes, and people are like, what? The moose is on land and an orca is in the water. It's like, yes, but the problem is that what moose will often do is they'll try and navigate large stretches of water when the water is frozen, and when the water is thawed, they'll still try and cross it, swimming across, and the orca just basically sees a lot of meat in one place.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
That's a pretty good fact. The one I like is I really like collective nouns.
Okay.
I think collective nouns are really interesting. Do you know what a collective noun for a group of moles is?
Isn't it like a parliament or something?
Yeah, you're not a million miles away.
A congress?
It's a labour of moles.
A labour of moles.
And it's because of their hard-working nature, and they can tunnel up to 200 metres per day.
That's a lot. I know a group of crows is a murder. I know a group of lions is a pride. Oh no, it's owls that are a parliament of owls.
Yeah. Cats are a glaring of cats.
A glaring?
Yeah, glaring of cats.
Huh.
And do you know what bees is?
A hive.
Nope.
Swarm.
Nope.
Surely it's a swarm.
A bike of bees.
A bike.
A bike of bees.
Huh. The one for squid is really stupid because every time I hear it, I'm just like, they've missed an opportunity by not calling it a squad.
Squid squad.
Squid squad.
Would you like some other good collective nouns to pad our runtime?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, not that we're running light on content this week, but
we're only 15 minutes in, Tim.
I know.
I don't know if I can stretch this for 45.
No.
So a family of sardines.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've just opened Rihanna back up.
Work.
Work.
A rumba of rattlesnakes.
A rumba.
Yeah. A mess of iguanas.
A mess of iguanas.
A nest of rumours.
What's it, like a group of like a bunch of rumours together?
Yep, loads of rumours going around as a nest of rumours.
Huh.
A gang of elks.
I've heard of that one.
A huddle of walruses.
I've heard of that one as well.
A bed of clams.
Yep.
A shiver of sharks.
Never heard of that one.
A crash of rhinoceroses.
Never heard of that one.
One of my favourites, a horde of hamsters.
A horde of hamsters.
Horde of hamsters. A kindle of kittens.
That's very cute.
And an albatross is a gam.
A gam?
A gam of albatrosses.
Something I don't like about that one.
I don't like it either. So, Tim, talk to me about what your thing that you've brought today is.
So, the only thing that I've really done outside of work the last couple of days...
Jack off.
That, but a nice segue into my topic.
Oh my God.
I've been watching Chernobyl.
Oh, I don't like that. So, reminded you of jacking off.
It was a big reaction. So
yeah, melty one.
I thought you recommended this to me, but you said you hadn't finished it.
I haven't finished it. It got too depressing towards the end. I think we spoke about it a little bit on the podcast when I recommended The Bear.
Yeah.
And I never did the last episode, but I've been told the last episode is the best one.
It's an incredible ending to the series. So, do you remember what you saw up to? Because I could swear it was you that said to me it's some of the most stressful television you've ever seen. No,
that was The Bear I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
The Bear Christmas episode is one of the most stressful things I've ever watched. As all good Christmas things should be.
Of course.
I've seen the bit with the melty tower.
Pretty much describing the entire thing there, to be honest.
I've seen the bit with the town in Ukraine.
Oh, in Kiev and Pripyat.
No, in Chernobyl.
Oh, in Chernobyl.
Yeah, the Johnny Nobbles.
Johnny Nobbles. So, it's obviously a...
Is that disrespectful?
I don't know. But I guess...
Am I going to get cancelled for calling it the Johnny Nobbles?
The Johnny Knobs. So...
Is that... Yeah,
I don't know. So, for those who do not know what the show Chernobyl is about, do some reading, please.
It's about Chernobyl.
Yeah, so...
It's about the Johnny Knobs event.
Yeah, the great Johnny Knobs. So it's obviously a biopic about the events that happened in the run-up, during, and the aftermath to the Chernobyl disaster. And it seems to be, there's a bit of a running theme in the show of people in positions of money or power not getting away with stuff, but being directly responsible for
Just to
stuff.
go back, a biopic is about a single person.
A
A dramatization.
Yeah, docudrama.
Dramatization.
That'll do. And there are points in that show where the decisions of some of the people involved are just blood boiling. To the point, it makes you super, super angry to watch. And it's been a long time since I've had anything like that. And in a weird way, it was almost refreshing to watch, to actually get something like that makes you feel that intensely about something on TV.
It's refreshing to feel something. Is that what you're telling me?
It's been a long time since I've done that.
So yeah, Chernobyl is very good. It just stressed me out too much.
It's very, very stressful. So there's an episode in episode 4 that was really, really difficult to watch, where there was basically an order for any animals, domestic or wild, in the 30 kilometers around Chernobyl had to be destroyed. And so there were squads of people sent out to basically just hunt anything that moved. And it was very, very hard to watch, because it wasn't just like trained soldiers or trained huntsmen. They were getting anyone who could hold a gun, including people who had never shot anything. They didn't know how to like cleanly kill an animal. Very, very difficult watch. Then we cheered ourselves up by watching Red Dwarf.
You are wild, Tim.
I'm just a range of emotions.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was reading today a story about. Sorry, are we done on Chernobyl?
Yeah, let's do.
Chernobyl's very good. You should watch it if you haven't. I read a story about a master chess player who cheated using a vibrating sex toy.
Yes, this was only a couple of years ago. Have you seen the interview of him immediately after the chess tournament?
No, but have you seen the It's Always Sunny episode based on exactly that?
No.
Frank gets drugged by Dennis and Charlie, and they shove vibrating beads up his ass to get him to win a chess tournament.
There's a really funny interview where he's just like, someone's interviewing him, and he's just like, as soon as he's come out of this chess game, he's just like, what do you make of the allegations about a cheating device being inside of you to help with the chess game? And he's like, these allegations are unfounded, and he like waddles away very uncomfortably walking. It's a really great clip.
That's really funny. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing on It's Always Sunny.
I need to watch a lot more of the modern It's Always Sunny.
The latest season is very funny.
So the last thing I saw in terms of, I guess the most part of It's Always Sunny I've always watched was the season after Mac had his coming out dance.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was a fucking beautiful bit of cinematography and choreography. It was actually a stunning scene.
I agree. I think it made it one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Genuinely moving.
But I've heard really, really mixed things about it. People really hated it.
It's very out of character.
It's not in keeping with the rest of the show.
But it's called character development. It's important to a show in order to keep it from going stagnant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it was a good way of doing it, in my opinion. I feel like we've gone very strange direction from Chernobyl to Max coming out, because the episode where he comes out to the gang.
Yeah, that's in the lottery ticket episode.
It's the one where Frank uses the F word.
Yeah. And they've got to go through about 3 or 4 different mediators.
Yeah, but isn't that the one where he has a bike that basically fists his ass when he rides it?
The Ass Pounder 5000.
Which is
optimal workout.
Utterly ridiculous, right? And then they pushed it right out the other side with his coming out with the interpretive dance, which was really beautiful. So you have to choose between the juxtaposition of cycling a bike and getting an enormous rubber fist up your ass to this beautiful interpretive dance, which to me, there isn't much contest, but to some, apparently, that's offensive.
I know what's going in the intro of this episode.
Did you listen to the intro, the episode that came out today?
I actually haven't yet. I listened to these things on the train to work, and I wasn't working today.
I would say that 85% of it is about you going bold.
Not naturally bald, mind, although Payne did spot a little patch of missing hair where I clearly hit my head or something.
Turn around, let me see.
I don't know if you will be able to see it.
No, you just had the Fitzgerald. Like from the front, your hair and your head look quite good. I quite like the clean shaven, but from the back, you look like a lumpy Fitzgerald.
A lumpy Fitzgerald.
Dad always told us never to shave our head because we Fitzgeralds have weird shaped heads.
Yeah, mine's triangular.
So
Pyramid-esque.
Pyramid-esque, yes, I agree.
Makes wearing beanies very uncomfortable.
So something happened to me today, and I want to know what your feelings on it would be.
Okay.
No one has ever spoken to me about the uploading of this podcast before, around the process, right?
Sure.
I've had people say, is there an episode today? Oh, whoops, I forgot to upload it. I'll do that now. I've had people say, how do you record these? Well, we use this software online called Zencaster. No one has ever said, what distribution platform do you use and how easy is it to use?
Right.
Until today, where two people asked me at exactly the same time in different conversations.
How strange.
So the Northern boy, Beep, and Slade. Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted. Payne's really boogieing behind you.
I don't know what she's... Oh, she's listening to Spotify.
What is she listening to?
Larger Than Life by the Backstreet Boys.
She's such a fanny. I'm joking, really. She's looking at the camera really awkwardly. She knows I'm watching. Yeah, both of them asked me at exactly the same time. Beep. Oh, shit. The Northern boy, beep. said, a friend's asked me, should they want to set up a podcast? She wants to know how hard it is. Yep, no problem. I said, Slade, why do you want to know? And he said, because I just want to know.
What's he doing?
So I said, magic. And he just had to kind of accept that the answer was magic for a little while.
Those chickens are up to something.
Those damn chickens.
Speaking of which, do you see that the Chicken Run sequel got another trailer?
Tim, we don't talk about Chicken Run.
Not on this podcast.
You know why, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know. You were scared of it as a kid. You didn't want to be a
I wasn't
pot
scared
pie.
of it. I had a reoccurring nightmare where I was a chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
I was in the machine, Tim. I still think about it every now and then, mainly because it's really funny to bring up in icebreakers. But
have you seen this trend on TikTok where it's girlfriends or wives or whatever asking their husbands or boyfriends how often they think about the Roman Empire?
yeah, so friend of the pod, Jess, texted me because she saw this and she just wanted to know if it was a real thing.
Yeah.
What did you say when you were
Payne
asked?
asked me, and I said maybe once or twice a week.
Never.
Do you not?
No, why would I think about the Roman Empire?
I don't know, it just comes up.
No, it doesn't. You're just trying to be hilariously wacky and out there.
I'm not trying to be
Oh,
hilarious.
I'm so zany and wacky because the Roman Empire. Oh, look at me. I'm fitting in with TikTok trends. That makes me out there.
No, but like I do it genuinely comes up once or twice a week for me.
No, it doesn't.
It
you
does.
are bullshitting.
It does.
Males,
the reason.
males who listen to this podcast, or females if you want to join in, how often do you honestly think about the Roman Empire? Because if your answer is anything like Tim's, you are a liar.
That's not true.
No, you're right, it's not.
Interest in my words. Like a lot of the time it comes up because like I'll be working on my Obsidian project, for example. And it happens like some of the technology or whatever comes up from there.
The original video, they asked the guy, and the guy says 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
Once or twice a week is too much.
Nah, it just comes up.
Oh, I just think about Caesar.
I don't just think about Julius Caesar.
You just had a wanko of Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar, I hardly know her.
We're devolving really quickly into another white boy with a podcast. And there's the jingle.
Ooh, another white boy with a podcast.
Another white boy with a podcast.
I have one more thing for you, Tim. This might actually be a shorter episode.
It could well be.
Did you know that Twitch is enforcing the changing of the word e-girls?
To what?
I-ladies.
Right, okay. That seems like a little bit of an unnecessary change, but...
I-ladies nuts on your forehead.
Oh, I don't know if you're being serious or not.
I don't know, maybe.
Well, now I'm looking.
I've got one more question for you that could be it's bullshit, Tim.
Right, okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
I've got a question for you. So Slade asked us in the Discord this week what a game of the year is. And there's been, I was thinking about it. 2023 has been a fantastic year for gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your game of the year?
I mean, what came out this year? So far, probably Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Games that came out in 2023.
Pain is really vibing behind you.
Starfield, yeah, it's all right. Tears of the Kingdom was pretty damn good. Street Fighter 6 is incredible. Obviously, Baldur's... It's probably going to have to be Baldur's Gate.
Can I throw one in there that I think I might suggest?
Go on.
But I need a little bit more time on it to make up my mind.
Go on.
Lies of P.
I haven't played it yet. How is it?
Immense.
Hmm.
For those of you who don't know, Lies of P is a Dark Souls / Bloodborne style game.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it?
That is on Game Pass, that is set in a dystopian world of Pinocchio.
In Pinocchio?
And it's so you play as Pinocchio.
Huh.
Do you not know this?
No, I know nothing about it.
So you live in the city of Krat, and Geppetto, you are trying to rescue him, and the puppets have gone mad and are killing everyone, and all of the bosses are puppets unless they're what they call stalkers, which are humanoids who are trying to kill puppets.
Okay.
It's mind-blowing. It's so good because the way that weapons work in the game, you get swords that you can customize either the blade or the handle, and you can mix and match blades and handles for different powers. You can mix them for different speeds, abilities, etc. It's very fucking good.
I mean, I'm looking at some of the screenshots here. You can clearly see some of the Bloodborne inspiration in some of the weapons.
think you could basically call it Pinocchio Bloodborne. It's really inspired by Bloodborne. If you enjoy Bloodborne, you will love Lies of P.
Well, considering I have a Bloodborne tattoo and have been begging for something like this to come to PC, I will absolutely be checking this out before we inevitably do our Last Chance Awards.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
Speaking of which, we need to... I know you posted about it in our chat today. We need to work out the...
Are you announcing it here?
I guess, yeah, 12 Pods of Christmas coming back.
12 Pods of Podmas.
That's the one.
Yeah. So over December, we're doing 12 bonus episodes. So we're not counting mainline episodes in this time.
No.
We're doing 12 bonus episodes, which means during the month of September, December, you guys will be getting 1, 2, 3,
back of the napkin maths.
6, 7, 8. No, 20 episodes in
20 episodes?
in a 31-day month.
That is a lot of content coming out. So look forward to that, and hopefully, you don't get subscriber burned.
Maybe. I genuinely think that the reason that we ended up on Good Pods leaderboards is because we did Podmas last year.
And hopefully it will push us even further this year.
How can you get further than top, Tim?
Even further beyond. Put in the go screen.
We have transcended Good Pods.
We are now on Great Pods. Next year it'll be Fantastic Pods.
And the year after,
Brilliant Pods.
Brillo Pods.
It's just turning into a shonen anime at that point with the different stages of power.
Don't really know what that means. Tim,
No.
before we go, can you walk me through your T-shirt?
I'm wearing a Michael Scott T-shirt that I got in Poundland, and it says "That's what she said." That's
Fantastic. Fantastic. Anything you want to plug before we go?
The Fanatic Pod. Go listen to it. I was wrong in the last episode. We have now got about 9 or 10 episodes to go. That's how I was mistaken.
Nobody knows how many episodes are left.
Honestly, I've said this before on the Fanatic Pod, so I guess it's not news. We're calling it quits after this series, the Fanatic Pod. Not because of like a degrading relationship between me and I or anything. Like we still very much like hanging out with each other. It's just that Catwoman has sucked all of the fucking fun out of the project to the point that I actively dread Tuesdays.
Oh, really?
It's not fun right now. And again, it's not through no fault of Arya's and through no fault of mine, I hope, but just the movie. It's very dull. Other than that, Wembembo on everything. Joey, what about you?
You can forget trying to find me, and you should listen to our friend Satsunami instead on Chatsunami podcast.
Listen to those guys; they're very cool.
Satsu is a legend.
Yeah.
Before we go, Tim, we need to know what the actual answer to this Shulker Box question is.
Yes. So the question was: in Dungeons and Dragons, what is the name of the popular magical item?
The mechanical item.
Mechanical item. It's an automaton. The name of the popular magical item that allows players to store and retrieve an extra-dimensional space, effectively creating a portable storage space. You D&D nerds should know it, but for those who don't, it is a bag of holding.
Or a Shulker Box.
Or a Shulker Box.
So I was right.
How many diamond picks do you think they go through in D&D?
So many. So many. Anything else you want to say to the audience, Tim?
Take that, you bastards.
Take that, you bastards. We'll see you next week.
Oh, okay, we're going out on this again. It's going to be great to merge out with the music.
Keep my wife's mouth out your mouth!
Wow.
Take that, you bastards.